Good evening and welcome to Soccer Republic on tonight's show. Yes, good evening. Joining me tonight we have Pat Fenlon, Alan Cawley and Stuart Byrne. So, let's get straight to the action. It's to Tala first as we see how Shamrock Rovers and St Pat's fared in the Dublin derby. Stephen Alkin is your commentator for this one. Yeah, they've been unlucky in many games, including the game against Rovers recently. So, as a manager then, as you mentioned, Keith Long's come in. He's brought a lot of positivity to it, but how do you take that next step and start getting the results?
Well, I think the last...
All right, Stewie, let's look at the goals then. We'll take a wander over here. Because if anything characterises the 3 goals in the game, it's poor defence from both teams, isn't it? Yeah. What about the reverse fixture, lads? 4-0 up, you would have to think, going over to Wales, it's pretty secure, it's in the bag, or is it? Because there has been previous incidents where twice Irish teams have had big wins.
There's precedents.
And they've been turned over by Welsh opposition. Longford, having been 2-0 up against Carmarthen, then went away and were beaten 5-1. And Pat Bowes at home to TNS beat them 1-0, but were then turned over 4-0 by TNS away from home. So it's happened before.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any chance of it happening this time. I think when we played TNS, they were a decent side. They were top of the league. They'd won it by a street.
This is Admiral William Brown, a man from Mayo who founded the Argentine Navy and led them successfully into battle many, many times. Tonight, that task falls to Admiral Lionel Messi, not from Mayo. So you're leading 1-0 at half-time. What did you think of the first half?
It was really good,
What did you think of the goal?
The goal was amazing and I'm very happy for Higuain.
Who is your favourite player?
Messi.
Why is he the best?
Oh, because he played very good. My dad told me that.
What do you think Dublin and here would be like if Argentina win the World Cup?
Be prepared. Spire. Dublin is going to be ours.
And who's going to win the World Cup?
Argentina.
So when Admiral William Brown went into battle, he wasn't alone. And tonight, Messi had his teammates to get them through to their first semi-final since 1990. So they sail on with a strong wind behind them.
Good evening and welcome to the show. Joining me in studio are Alan, Stewie and Trevor Croly, who has kindly joined us tonight. We'll be speaking to Trevor shortly on his exit from Shamrock Rovers, but before we do that, let's take a look at what turned out to be his last game in charge of the Hoops. Trevor, thanks for joining us this evening. How are you?
Not too bad, yeah, not too bad at all.
How was the decision arrived upon to leave the football club on Saturday?
We lost games. I think you trace back to the Dundalk game. We lost that game and that was really a tough. I make the analogy, it's a bit like a theatre. You can prepare all week, but when you got to go and put on a show on Saturday, that's fine. But if you're getting heckled and you're getting abused, it's kind of difficult and the players struggle with that.
So do you lay that on the doorstep of the fans, or is it the case that the players, that you lost the dressing room?
Lost the dressing room? I don't think I lost the dressing room, no. I think.
But 3-0 down at half-time and listening to the reaction from the away supporters, did you have a sense then that it was over?
Not really. I was focused on what we were doing and what we were trying to do. So.
All right, well, there was criticism from this studio last week from Alan there. He was fairly unequivocal in his comments about yourself and the club. How do you react to those?
I don't. I didn't really know about them, to be quite honest. Someone told me. I was focusing on working with the players and I wouldn't really value what.
Okay, I could read you some of them if you'd like to know what he said. He said you were uninspiring and guilty of fielding a team that lacked any identity. Also that you were a well-regarded coach, but now that you're a manager, that he didn't seem to see, it's the same rhetoric every week and didn't seem to know where the club are going. That, I think, sums up your points, Alan, fairly well, does it?
Yeah, as I say, I made the points last week in...
All right, for the moment, Trevor, really appreciate that. And we look forward to asking you at the end of the show perhaps what you'll be doing next. But for the moment, we shall move on to the game of the weekend next. And it had to be the top 2 clash between Stephen Kenny's league leaders Dundalk and this season's surprise package, Cork City. There was a huge crowd at Turner's Cross. So could John Caulfield's side cut the gap on the Lily-Whites? Let's find out. So Dundalk's lead at the top has been cut to just 1 point with that draw in Derry. And with Cork still having a game in hand, it's very tight at the top. St Pat's and Shamrock Rovers keep their chances alive with good wins. And while at the bottom, Athlone gained a vital point as they tried to catch UCD just about. Let's talk about Cork quickly. They're flying it, Alan, aren't they? The game is almost a sellout with just a few tickets left. So if you want to buy or indeed collect your tickets from Ticketmaster, the collection point is the Clyde Court Hotel. So, with 50,000 people expected, the advice is to arrive in plenty of time and use all public transport available. Details on screen. Weather-wise, it's going to be a chilly one tonight, so the advice is to wrap up well in your Ireland scarves and your Ireland hats. Come on, the boys in green. Now let's get the thoughts of former Republic of Ireland international Ray Houghton. Ray, it's a game we can't afford to lose, but can we win it?
Oh, of course we can win it. I don't think there's any question about that.
You can tell I've not played rugby before. Well, thanks to the lads at London Irish. Now, it's a big weekend for the home nations in the Rugby World Cup. They all have to win their matches if they're to go through to the quarter-finals. Well, England are already there after they beat Tonga last night by 36 points to 20. Wales will be hoping to join them by beating Fiji later today. And Scotland have a much tougher task against Italy, while Ireland have had a terrible World Cup and need to play and score lots of points against Argentina tomorrow if they're to get through to the quarter-finals. Here's hoping. Now, still to come today, it's tough, it's fast, and it's a bit slippy. Jake checks out ice hockey.
It's Ballynanty up against St Michael's. It's the Junior Cup final, and here's your match commentator, Bernard O'Toole. And on a personal note, and you're allowed to be selfish, because to get a Man of the Match award in such a big game, in such a big stadium, is an incredible achievement. How does it feel to be the Man of the Match today?
Unbelievable.
So that is it, the end of the FAI Junior Cup. We knew a team from Munster would have their name on the trophy. That name is St Michael's of Tipperary. Deserved winners, winning 4-0 here in the FAI Junior Cup final. Until the next time, from all of us here in the Aviva Stadium, goodbye.